Hey, I'm Bryan with NCF. When I'm not working for NCF, you will often find me in the mountains. And one of my highest aspirations in life is not to get killed in the mountains. And so I'm a student of accidents. And I watch a video every week. It's called The Weekend Whipper. And it shows climbers falling. And nobody dies. They just break arms and legs and things. And they're actually hysterical. But in the climbing community, we have a culture of learning from mistakes. And when I come back to NCF on Monday, we all do our giving anonymously. And we never, as a community, people often don't really learn from the mistakes of others. And I've been thinking about doing an accident report of accidents in philanthropy. So I want to give you 3 accidents in philanthropy as we go into the end of the year, just as a way to maybe spark your curiosity and get you thinking differently. First could apply to everybody. It's not unusual to have people write a check on December 31st, and it's not unusual for that check to get lost and for you to lose a huge deduction. So just word of the wise, don't ever do that. If you do that, make sure it's certified mail. If you make an electronic transfer, there's a lot of NCF givers in here. You transfer electronically. If you do that, don't do it past the 15th of December. Sometimes for a lot of reasons, including maybe your bank, that transfer may get delayed and you may lose your deduction. So word of the wise, think ahead. Ran across, nobody in this room, nobody in this region, but accident in philanthropy, a lady, great lady that we know, sold an apartment complex for $8 million. Was incredibly generous. And she was just heartbroken because she left about $700,000 on the table because she called us after the fact and she didn't plan accordingly. When people go into those kinds of things, we like to think that we go in with our head, but with all of our advisors and us together go in mostly with our emotions. And so it's better to go in with your head and plan ahead. Last accident in philanthropy I'll tell you about is a guy that has a $50 million company. And again, best advisors he could get, they're great advisors. He's a smart guy, made a lot of money by being smart. And waited until he was way past where we could help him and walked away from a huge tax deduction in the millions of dollars. And the lesson learned from that is if you're going to have a liquidity event, you have assets. Maybe you've done your estate plan, but then you're going to have a liquidity event. Talk to NCF years before. The rule of thumb is 2 years. Just talk to us. We are the best source of free advice on the planet for options that you might have that you won't have once your heart is in it and your emotions are in it and you have to make a deal. And by the way, it is tax time. It's coming to the end of the year. So I would love to chat with you about how to save you tax dollars, and I'll be back there. Thanks.
Hey, Bryan, Whipper? Whipper. All right, everybody write that down, Whipper. I got to see that.